be okay. Should be recording. So here you were. There was a phrase, though. Right? There was a phrase. And we got smarter as the day went on. You know. And the phrase that we use with our big box diagram.
Are you recording our class?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's recording. This is how you record, though.
Okay.
What are you doing? It is recording. Yeah, it is recording. Do you want to film it?
Yeah, I know.
Are you supposed to be reading it?
No, you're reading it.
No, I want to read it.
We're not cheaters.
Okay, there you go, Bobby Joe. Brock, step up, and with Bobby Joe is going to go and ask, and you're going to read out loud what theirs say in a nice.
If you cross the border on any occasion, use the coefficients from the balanced equation.
Yay, good job.
All right. We got it. Okay. So finally we got it. Like I said, by the end of the day, we figured out that that was the way to remind you of how to use this box diagram. So hopefully when I check your homework, there was no problem using the box diagram. Okay? When you did, and actually, number 3 just stayed here. Did we fool you? Number 3 was just a nanograms to grams to moles to FUs to atoms of oxygen. Okay? So, we'll take a peek at that. Okay? And again, they like, when you followed in the book, they wanted you to stop and solve. We said no. One long line. And that's why we love this room, because I've got all that blackboard. I can make these go really long. Okay? But then we got to the limiting reactant. Then we got to the limiting reactant problem. And all we figured out is that when we showed you the little mother or father of the bride, we showed you that you're going to have, if you have 8 hot dogs and 12 buns, who's the limiting reactant? The hot dogs. And that's all we're going to ask, just a little more formally, right? Is that now we're just going to ask, as we do in number 7, we're just going to say, okay, calculate who's limiting first, and then go ahead and solve. So we're looking at number 7 yellow again, okay? We're looking at number 7 yellow, and that was one of these I wanted to show you, is that it's our 7 cross. No, I want to show you this today of how we did it with the others. This is my biggest problem. I need to write stuff down where I put it. It was in this folder. Labs, new folder, PDF download, portfolio, revised text. I don't want to do this again. It's here. So just talk amongst yourselves for another second. And is it here? No, that's PowerPoints. Here? Nope. Get rid of it. This is one, technology is fabulous, you just got to be able to use it right away. I'm looking for a file called number 7 yellow. So where did it go? It's in Chem 2. Do you see it?
Why don't you just put it in the search bar?
Okay. Well, that'll take longer, won't it?
No, right there. No, right on
over there.
Right
on
the right part of, like on the.
Go back to the test.
What?
Like, click on that.
Click on here.
And then right in the right hand corner. Right upper right.
Upper right hand corner. There you go.
Up. Yeah.
Down. Right there.
Okay. Let's see what's in there. Let's see. 7. Let's just search 7. Is it that good? No.
Because you have 7th hour stuff.
So I got problem. It was problem 7. Problem 7. Does it have to be exact?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It'll probably find something.
Problem does not work.
Okay, so backspace. Problem 7. PROB.
Right.
There it is. Okay. That's not it though. It needs to be a video. It's kind of creepy.
Oh, great.
It is. It's kind of creepy.
Well, then it's probably in a different folder.
Well, I had it on YouTube, but our sites aren't working this morning. Here it is. Okay.
That's a video.
That's not a video.
Yeah, the internet was not working great.
Yeah, it's really been nothing but a pain today.
It was doing that yesterday to me.
All right. Well, I don't want to work it again. Jeez. Manage of this.
Maybe tomorrow.
No. You can hear a video. Will it find it?
Oh.
No, it won't find it.
Go to file and open.
Yeah. Well, it's not a smart board. It's a WAV file.
You should have gone on your computer.
Okay. There it is, but it's not the video
Video.
version.
Click on
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go back because I had it up and then I switched it.
She's so lazy. Just do the bottom.
I could go to my emails.
Yeah, this is one of the other questions we're having. She spends all our questions.
Why don't you search on the library's video? Maybe? Okay.
Then it's probably going to be a video folder.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't this just show smartboard stuff?
That's why we don't get as far as it's supposed to.
This isn't gonna show video.
I would love to have.
She's not listening.
Say it out loud.
Read.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna show videos.
Yeah, it is.
Not that
It
part.
won't in within the smartboard, correct? It will not. So I gotta find it back over here. Again, that's creepy. So if I go to my email, I send it. And I shouldn't go down my notebook.
Basically, do the cinnamon challenge. Basically, that's cinnamon. It's so weird. I saw it on Facebook.
I died.
I thought you were gonna throw it up in the car so smoking. It wasn't in there. Like I thought that just would have made me laugh.
It's not our fault.
He's like our mascot.
This is the biggest thing.
No, I read it in English. He's always like, what's the choice? And this is how I said that.
Waka.
Put it on Facebook.
He loves it.
Do you know what that means?
That's his name. In English.
It means like gross in Spanish.
Really?
Good.
Here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Video.
All right.
This is.
Oh yeah. Here we go. So here's how to work this problem. We were this far yesterday on number 7, right? We were this far yesterday. We balanced the equation. It was nice. They kind of did it for you, didn't they? You might want a whole sheet of paper when we do some of these, but your gut feeling was, as they gave you some of the information, they gave you 7.50 grams of the H2S, and they gave you 12.75 grams of the SO2. As soon as you see that with these problems, you say to yourself, okay, well, you looked at the multiple choice options and you saw that one of them asked about how much sulfur is made. One of them asked about how much sulfur. So you knew you had to cross the border. So that was one of those multiple choice options. Now, what you want, the way you recognize that this is that limiting reactant is that there was too much information, right? There were 2 givens, right? So, whenever we have 2 givens and we're asked something, and it was as direct as could be, it said, who's limiting? It gave you some options. Then you said to yourself, I have to do grams to moles to grams twice. I have to do this twice. Do the grams to moles to grams 2 times. So, I start out, okay, what you're going to do is start out, label your final answer. We're going to solve for grams of sulfur. Why'd I pick that? Because it's one of the multiple choice options. And we were given 7.5 grams of H2S, and I got a little goofy there, but I could erase. So there we go. H2O, no, H2S. I do H2O later. It's a given. If I have 4 boxes, I need 3 conversion factors. The first one's got to cancel grams of H2S. And this is where. And so 1 mole of H2S, when we move from the box there, we always use the periodic table and make sure our labels cancel. My next is what you just told me in the video, is that we're going to cross the border on this occasion. So use the coefficients from the balanced equation. It was moles of H2S on the top, so in the denominator we need moles of H2S, so they will cancel. So once again, we're crossing that border, and what are we solving for? Sulfur. So moles of sulfur on the top, and back up to my balanced equation, I get my 3:2 ratio. Last but not least, my last box says get to grams, and so grams of sulfur on the top and moles of sulfur on the bottom. Again, what are all your steps? 4 boxes, 3 conversion factors. Go back, I use 3206 there. Again, I don't grade the numbers, I grade the right answer here. And then if I take the time, I can go back and see that these numbers were right. But it's these labels that are important. When you solve this, multiply everything on the top, divide by everything on the bottom, pay attention to sig figs, you get 10.6. You get 10.6. Okay? Now you need to do it twice. The second time with the H2, with the SO2. 12.75 grams of SO2. 1 mole of SO2. Whoops, SO2. So I correct that in a minute. Okay. SO2 is 64.06 grams. There we go. And then I'm crossing the border. I'm crossing the border. So when I cross the border on any occasion, I use those coefficients. Moles of SO2 are in the numerator. They belong in the denominator of this conversion factor. Moles of sulfur on the top. It's a 3:1 ratio. 3:1, balanced coefficient said 1. Last but not least, it's the nice part about these problems, limiting reactant, is if you're solving for the same product, you end up, these last 2 conversion factors are the same. You don't have to go look up the numbers again. And then you're going to get 19.14. So who is limiting? Who's limiting? The H2S. The H2S gave me the least amount of product. So, is letter D right?
I'm not done.
Or E? Number 7E?
No.
No. So, it wasn't E for this one. We still haven't... are any of the other ones correct?
Letter B.
I agree. Right out of our work, we saw that there's 10.6 grams of sulfur formed. Now, do I need to go back and work any of the others? I don't think so. Okay? You don't need to. You can if you'd like, but you don't need to because that was going to get us our answer. Okay? How hard is that? You work the same problem twice. Okay? Basically what we did was work the same problem twice.